Hello everyone, Kenty Tiger here with Bengali Engineering and Play. We are back in The Last Caretaker. So currently still in demo. It will be released as early access on the 6th of November. I admit I can barely wait. So I'm having a lot of fun with the demo, and if this is literally just the one platform you can go to, this is going to be a lot of fun. Alright, so we left off in the last episode with pretty much cleanup. We got everything here on the ship. Oh, that did stay. That was pretty close to falling off, but didn't quite fall off. This may be kind of a extra. So, alright, so we're going to go ahead and put the rest of the ship together, get everything cleaned up, get the last of these things nuked. So we'll start with this guy, mostly just to get it over here, and all right, you're up, because I'm walking on a table. All right, get that over here. Chairs. Chair out of the way. Get this chair out of the way. Alright. Kind of nestle that in the corner here. Alright. Probably good. Alright, so I'll go ahead and carry this all the way down. It's got to go to the engine room, so there's no point in it staying up here on the bow. So, more naval terminology for you. The bow of the ship is the bow of the ship, of course, the very nose of the ship. The forwardmost space on the ship. Okay, so space meaning a semi-enclosed or enclosed area is called the forecastle. Forecastle. Now, what does that mean? That's actually a contraction for the forecastle. So it has been shortened over all the eons of time, long before the United States existed. So forecastle. So technically that space up there where I'm working is called the forecastle. Not just the bow, but it is the bow of the ship, which is the front of the ship. But, for what that's worth, more naval terminology for you. Stuff you probably never thought you needed to know, never wanted to know, and kind of wondering, why am I talking about this? Because fun. Alright, that looks like it's in there good. Alright, this needs to come up and come out of here. And this one needs to come up and come out of here. Shift this guy sideways. So this is just kind of I want to say the final touches of getting the ship put together. So this is the empty one. So I'm going to put, actually I'll put, oops. Alright, I guess, not really where I wanted that, but, that inner, I'm stepping on it and lifting it at the same time, of course it's just not going to go. So there's nothing here. God damn it. There's nothing there in that corner, but it's still interacting with, you know, a phantom something or something you can't see. So we'll get it down here as low as we can. Try to get it on the floors. So I just have to get it forward enough that it will lock. Right, I think that's probably as close as that's going to get. I think I'll just set this one in the front. Okay, so open, there is these guys here. Oh wow, that's all of these. Okay, so I'm gonna take all. This is going to have my diesel hose in it, and I guess I might as well put these in. So I'm going to keep the 37 just because, and we'll put that one in there, and then these will come back into this other room, and I think we'll put those here. So Q and Q. All right. So. Port set. Alright, the table needs to come out. And the shelf goes in. Oh, there's some good clipping. The neat thing is these shelves all line up so you can actually get to switch. So this is one of the power switches for the ship. There's a couple. There's one down here, and there's actually one up on the bridge. And actually, I think there's one in what I'm calling the office. So I think you've got 3, and any of them will trip. So I think I've tried them independently, but I've never actually looked because I turn the ship off and it's like, okay, that works, and then turn it back on. Right, so let's go here. That's about it. All right, these have nothing in them. So I'm gonna shift. Let's put these right over here, and we're gonna move the hoses up here. So there's that one. We're gonna move one more up here. I think I have a spare table. So that's potentially going to come up, and so, yeah. So there's the spare table right there. So I'll put that on the the port side. Oh crap! Those are backwards. Sideways, darn it. happy with that. Alright, table. That's going to be a little bit hard to get the table where I want it. So this is basically a spare. So I've got the 2 in there. There's, I think, 2 up on the bow, which I don't really need 2, but okay. So we'll run this one in right here next to the stairs. Alright. There it is. Okay, couch. Couch goes all the way to my quarters. Dividers here. Try and get these. Up them. So the container I threw up on the pilot house, that one actually has scraps in it. So I need to remember to bring the scraps down. This is the lowest I've had the battery on the boat here. Where it may not be this, I mean it might be this episode, but I was thinking that potentially, I'm trying to get this straight. There we go. Why put dividers in the room? Because I have them. No other reason. There they are. Kind of breaks up the room a little bit. Alright. Got some more stuff. Stay on the couch. All right, there's that one. One more. Now the irony is the moment I hit waves, these roll off and won't stay on anyway. chair is there, that chair is there. Alright, table. Now, technically this restricts, you know, the use of the couch, but you know, bedside table kind of thing, you know. All right, let's see what we got back here. All right, I think our stern is doing pretty good. Mantel is looking good. That one is off. So I lined these up with the exhaust pipes. So you've got steam coming out of this one as the electric engine, and you have all kinds of stuff. So here's a source of carbon dioxide. It's right here. So when you need carbon dioxide, it pulls it right off the diesel. Okay, so those are set. Let's go back to the forecastle here and start working things. Couch. Set the couch aside for a moment. Alright, so that space is there. I think I can go through sideways here. Alright. I'm going to put this in the corner, not quite the corner, but close. I think that's as far as it's going to get because that corner's there. All right, this and just shift it out of the way, and the mattress is going to come up and do whatever the mattress is going to do. Oh. This is mostly ready to go in here. It's going to go right to this little slot. Oh, chairs in the way. This lines up almost perfectly with the sections of the wall, sections of the bulkhead. There are no walls on a ship; they are all bulkheads. All right, so there's that. Move the chairs. These don't need this many chairs; really don't. Like 2 chairs in here. All right, table, which is this guy. This is, of course, the Formica top one. So I would really like a chest here, so let's go find that. Maybe not. I don't know where I have any extras. Let's look. I guess it can't hurt to take. So what did I do with? I put it here. Okay. So let's take the hose stuff. So take all, and okay, I guess we'll leave those out. That's good deck stuff, and so we'll carry this up. Oops. Yes, I did. So we'll haul this one around, and this will be in that little cubby underneath there. So interestingly enough, you cannot build a box under this, but you can carry it and insert it. So weird, but that it is what it is. Let's charge, and then we'll save again. Oh, that is not what I wanted to do. So you cannot recharge those. That's the battery is about the same size as yours. So you get about one full charge out of that. All right. Still reach that. Shoes on or whatever. There it is. All right. So look here, that's not too bad. Now the downside is you can put certain things on the shelves. What I didn't like is that these shelves are like 3 or 4 centimeters too short, so you can't actually get these cases onto the shelves. So as you can see, this one's a narrow one, and then this is a wide one, and the bottom is a wide one, but it's actually not wide enough to put the containers in it, which kind of sucks. But hey, shelves, you know. All right, so like we did below. Because of course the sleeping bag is solid. Why wouldn't it be? Interestingly, as challenging as that is to put it on there, I don't think so, but it is. It slides around, so it might actually slide off onto the deck. All right. Ooh, first time. Come on. Jesus fucking Christ. Because of course I want to twist it around. Why wouldn't I want to twist it around? How does that fucking make any sense at all? Waiting for that one just to go right off the side of the ship. Oops. Table here. Now, technically, we would normally draw lines through here, but there's not a bollard or anything here, so you can't really take on lines here. So it looks nice, but anchor windlass is what those are called. So that's my starboard side forward anchor. Mentioned that already, of course. Alright, so all of these here are going to get ground down, so that's really their only thing there. So get the rest of that cleaned up here, and then we'll start on the electric stuff, because I want solar and my wind farm. Got quite a bit of cleaning up to do, and of course I got to put the bridge together, so pilot house. I'll try and get this other sleeping bag onto the couch. It won't stay there, it'll go sliding across the deck, you know, the first time I hit heavy seas. I'm just gonna leave it right there. Alright, and these are all unfortunately quite a bit of energy. So a lot of folks will build that smaller recycler and just build it up here, and then you just fish all these into the recycler. But there's a couple bugs that basically once you attach that onto the ship, then the ship behaves really strangely, up to including capsizing and sinking and all that sort of thing. So that is still a bug in the demo. I think I would never try it because I can't get there because it's too limited to level 3. Looking front edge, okay. So the office is all set up. Downstairs mostly is all set up. We're just finishing up the bow by getting rid of all these old crates. And then before we start on the electric, we'll actually go up to the bridge and that. Alright, so the good news is we've got a clear forecastle, clear bow section of the ship. So let's go up ladder here. And yes, all the staircases on a ship are called ladders. Sure you wanted to know that. This is the one with all the scraps. So we are going to take all the scraps out of here, but not yet. Alright. This is going to go forward just a bit. Little bit more awkward to get it around. It's kind of chair. Of course, it's all these. Looks like it's as close as I can get it there. Alright, put it up front. I guess I can. Sit and talk on the radio if I need to. Okay, so all your map, we are running pretty low on energy, so what I think I will do is go forward once again and get connected onto shore power. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Alright, so we're going to take in our anchors, pilot. Alright, and then so we've got that thing there. So you can see there's no exhaust from the diesel, just because I've got it turned off. Alright, so we have just enough to go out. And once we're clear of the door here, then we'll do a port turn. And then reverse and come back in. So the port turn is really just to get us aligned to where we want to go. Almost clear the door. Okay. Port turn. Which is really just to get us realigned. Alright, so rudder midships. Go forward just a little bit. Start rudder. Get ourselves mostly aligned with the dock again. Alright, and all back full. The lowest I've ever had the ship. Might be having some wind. Storm is calming. We're going in pretty good. Being able to swing a camera around like this is just obviously in real life when you're trying to steer a ship you can't do that. There are, however, bridge wings that you can go out and actually see an awful lot of the ship. So you do all your maneuvering usually from that. See our port side aft anchor there. Alright, I'm not going to drop anchors yet because I want to get everything set here. So what I'm going to do is haul across my mooring lines. That'll pull me up, or should pull me pretty close. Yeah, I'm pretty much right up against the dock now. I actually put the fenders on and they came right off. So apparently the fenders on ports and that sort of thing are good on platforms, but not on your ship, so I just have them back here. Okay, so we'll try our shore power connect. Just kind of neat. And I'm going to go to that one. Alright. Yeah, it was a little low. Probably a couple hours of real time though that I was not connected. There we go. Alright, so now that I'm here, I'm going to go up and re-energize now that we're on shore power. And we'll do a save. So I got the bridge organized now. The office here is organized. We'll look below. I do need to go up to the pilot house, drop the anchors. I mean, I'm not closing the door, so I guess I don't really have to. But we do need all the spoof. Save complete, which is good. Alright, so let's go up and deal with this box, so I'll grab everything that's here and take all, which now makes me heavy. Darn it. So technically these out here would be the bridge wings. The interesting thing is that there's no railing, and I think that's because probably some of the platforms are tall enough that you would walk off the ship onto the platform with this thing. So, my guess. Alright, let's see what it looks like. We have a real mess in here. Okay, we need to create those 3 other cylinders. We do not have the capability of doing the cylinders for the diesel engine. The diesel engine is quite a bit more powerful than the electric. Actually going to put the cables and hoses into it. I'm going to do the front one just because, you know, you can kind of see it. So there's a Q and a Q. Let's do 34. That's weird. That should not stack to 134. That should have stacked to... Better. Okay. I have no idea why I did that. That is so strange. Right. So this is my small batteries. These are my medium batteries. I think I've got 4 up here. So let's do this again. We'll see if... Yeah, and it's doing this, you know, it won't. Frustrating. Hopefully they'll fix that. Alright. Okay, I think we're now designing electric stuff. So we need 10 whispers and 18 solar panels otherwise. So we'll get the whispers queued up here. So this is an E, and the whispers are right here. So if we do a build, and then we'll come back and do the parts for it. So, right. 10 of these. Okay, so the port, as you can see, is facing me, and that moved. I don't know why that moved, but yeah. Alright, so we're gonna rotate this to the center. this is as close to the anchor windlass as we can manage. Alright, and off to the bridge, or sorry, the bow. Now what I've been doing is putting them here. Make sure. Oh, it's probably a little wrong. Right. So I put one here, so the base of it is trying to center them between those two. This one goes up here, close to the windlass. Alright, this will basically mirror everything in the front here. Reverse. So Q to get rid of that, and we'll go to build, and now we're going to build these guys. So I'm going to offset just a tiny bit, but we're going to put that right here, and then we're going to put another one, in fact, directly in front of the power lead here. Side. We'll start working the solar. So I don't necessarily want it blocking the diesel port there. Or I want it sitting on top of. Alright. Okay, so now I have placed all 10 of these, so they should be in the system, which is to say the fabricator. So interestingly, so just in moving out and back in, you see they're on the deck here. They actually did like 4 of them up here in the bow, on both sides. So, you know, there's a lot of options here. This is kind of, because I built this little, like, you know, outdoor living area thing, then I ended up with them, you know, port side, starboard side, back a little ways. They work really well. With the 10 of these, and the 18 solar panels running down the center line here, I've never had issues maintaining full battery charge, and that's, I can run the electric motor at 100%. So we'll take a look at some of that. All right, so let me set the fabricator here, because that's really where we're at. So the fabricator should, if it's accurate, show 10 whispers, and it does. So right here, 10. But it also tells you what you need. We need turbine blades. That makes sense. Connectors. That makes sense, because we got to get electric there, and then frames, right? So here's what we're going to do. Right-click, build 5. Right-click, build 5. and do the same thing over here. Right click, build 5, right click, build 5. Now, what I've seen, I hate to say it quite this way, you have to really kind of police. You have to police what's in the queue, because so I have queued up 10, 10, and 10, and I've seen a lot of times where magically you end up one short or one extra, and I have no idea how that happens, but it does. So it's kind of the weird thing, but it happens. So we see all the ally frames have dropped off. We're watching the connector ports go down now. So even if we're looking at the queue, you can see what it does. So there's now 4. So 10 required, 10 required, 10 required, right? But as it counts off the blues, that's what is already built, already made. So all I have to do is collect these boxes that are falling out the side and go up top side, and it will start making some of those. So you hear that sound in the background. So one of those built. So see over here, it just went to 9, now it just went to 8. So we are in proximity of those, and so they are building. That's not always the case. So whatever does not go out on its own in auto build, we will pick them up and then walk towards those, which are the ones on the bow, ones on forecastle. All right, so the fabricator here is done. It says there are 7 left. Alright, so I'm going to escape from this. I'm going to pick up all the boxes. Okay, so very likely these ones back. Oh, no. So that's a couple up front. So these should have some stuff. Go. Yep, there they go. All the blues. Waiting for Q, because very likely it's because that's too close. Alright, so let's try this again. Build. Whisper. Build. Sometimes it's just too close to something, so even though it shows that you can build, you really can't. Alright, so we'll leave those there for now. We'll come back and do all the little power things after that. So I think all of these are done except for this one here. There we go. Alright, tab, I should have, why do I have one connector? So that you watch me, I queued up 10, but I still have a spare connector. So little buggy things, strange things. All right, so that one's there. This one's actually turned the wrong way. Oops. So screwed that one up. Pointing it at. Grab the other one. Alright, there we go. Alright, so OCD mandates that I have to turn this around. Now the good news is you get back everything you put into it. Tab, build, and whisper, right click. Rotate this the correct way this time, and get it as close to the center here as we can. Alright, so we're connecting to that, and we want to connect onto that port. Good. Alright, so on the good side, in this case we're switching modes, we want that output. So all the battery connectors are going to be equalized, and the reason for that is so you can connect onto this and charge no matter what. Unless you actually have more power than the boat, and then you got a problem. This port up here is ultimately going to come to the center line for the solar panels. Same on this side. So what we have to do is same thing over here. We dismantle this so we get all the parts. So tab, build. Whisper, right click, build, and we turn it around the right way. Alright, and commit. So I suppose we can do the same thing here, is move this back to where it seems similar on the other. So build, that's actually this, build. Alright, so we're going to just stick that back and not have it really in the way of the diesel port. Alright, so this one, so we'll finish the electric here, and unfortunately inside the hangar there is no wind, so it doesn't matter what's happening outside, no wind. Frustrating as hell. Just connect to the one you're pointed at. But no. so this is going to be an input over here, output over here, and then this will actually come from the solar panels. Okay, so technically we are all wired in, but because these are not spinning at all, they're not producing any electricity. So just verifying that we have everything facing in the right direction, which we do. And we do here. Alright, so we will go, and this is all plumbed into the battery. Remember, we said these are all connected together, so these are all supplying the main ship battery. Alright, we're going to go back here. We just have to build 2 extender cable extensions, which basically will integrate all this stuff, even though this is a little sideways, so that's OCD, but this is the, I have to push myself, even though something just bugs the snot out of me, I just leave it. Okay, so tab, build. I guess we can get directly to the build menu. There's a thing for that. All right, build. All right, in this case, I'm going to put this about here, and then we'll do one on the other side. So I'm going to put another one center line here, and that is to provide power to the pump. Not necessary because we don't actually get to that particular place. Okay, and here. All right, and then we are doing our connections. So this is this connection port to, I guess we'll go to that one. And then this one can go to that one. And then this one will go to this one side. All right. So we'll leave this as, so all of these, because they're really going battery to battery, or connector to connector, as the case may be. So we'll leave all of those in equalize. This goes to there. This one goes to there. Alright, so that pulled a little water in. You can see water in the bottom there. And connect to that one went to the back. This one. This one goes. Sure why that's doing that. Weird. Oh, that's why. So interesting logic mechanism here. So it's pulling out of the battery and putting it in the battery. Okay, so I gotta change this here. This is the equalize. So anyway, weird, but oh well. Interesting. Okay, so we now have basically plumbed into the electric all 10 of our wind farms, which is kind of neat. So let's go up here. We're going to do the health thing. We're going to do the electric thing, and then we're going to save, and we will call it. Alright, and that is that. All right, thank you for watching, everyone. This is Kenty Tiger signing off, and we'll catch you next time.